Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. So today I want to talk about an ingredient in skincare in a product and why I don't have it, and a little bit more about the ingredient, and that's specifically Volufiline is an ingredient. The Ordinary is a new product coming out with it. You're probably starting to see hopefully not reviews on it because I know The Ordinary sent out a bunch of influencer products. I obviously don't get those because I don't take any free products from any company. I think it makes me more independent. If you want to help support the channel, subscribe. I appreciate everyone that subscribes, shares, likes the video. And I definitely want to send my appreciation to a few people that also help me out every month. Vicky C, Greg G, and Leslie H. And okay, on to Volufiline as an ingredient. So all the paid influencers and paid sponsors, and hopefully they're marking their video as paid promotion. If they've got the product right now, odds are they're given to it specifically from Estee Lauder and Deciem in The Ordinary, and probably have a interesting thoughts on it. Probably, I would guess, a lot of positive comments on it, perhaps, if they're getting it for free. I don't know if that necessarily means positive, but you know, sometimes when you're giving the product for free or paid to promote it, you're going to say good things about it. So the Ordinary Volufiline ingredient contains probably 10 different ingredients. 2 of them are very comedogenic. I just want to mention that hydrogenated Pal-Isoleucine and vitamin E can both be comedogenic for acne-prone skin. I have tried Volufiline in the TOSOWOONG product. It's an actual ingredient patented by Zadie, which is the same company that founded Matrixyl, which is a peptide. So Volufiline is meant to give you an elasticity, a softness, a plumpness, a bouncy, youthful look. Some people post a lot of things. I've got amazing results with Volufiline. I almost start to feel like some of this is paid promotion online for this specific ingredient. Some of it really feels like that. When you hear too many really, really good things fast in a short amount of time about a specific ingredient or product, to me it screams red flags, but obviously I'm not exactly sure, and some people may have great luck with it. So it's interesting. So it's often found in some ingredients, lip plumpers, anti-aging serums and things like that. I think Indeed Labs has a product with it, excuse me, and some K-beauty brands have it in some of their products. So some people mention that it helps with plumpness around the mouth area and eyes, is specifically where The Ordinary is recommending this. I have tried this Volufiline product, and a lot of people will use this Volufiline and they will either use it on its own or mix it in. Apparently people sometimes get better results when mixing it in with an ingredient like castor seed oil, apparently. I will say I've tested this. I personally didn't have any positive results. I didn't have any negative results either, but I didn't notice any effect after testing this for a couple of months in very small amounts around my mouth area. I didn't notice any benefits. Some people say they notice the most amazing benefits, and so this was studied. So it's a controversial ingredient. So it's a combination of hydrogenated Pal-Isoleucine and a plant extract. It's founded by a French company, says Derma. So it's got a plant-based extract, and it helps when you apply it. It helps with the formation of subcutaneous adipose tissue. So some people will say, look at these pictures. I used it around my mouth area, and in a couple days, my mouth area already looks much more plump and things like that. I'm very weary of anything that says within a couple days you can get noticeable results. Especially when this product, you would think with using it, you'd get noticeable results perhaps in a couple of months. Most topical products cannot give you dramatic results in 2 days. Most of the time, unless there's some specific amazing, you know, there's certain products that I will say I have used within a couple days. I noticed positive results. But that's typically far and few between. For me, the handful of products that have given me results within a few days of benefit, it's probably 3 products. Geek and Gorgeous A-Pad, Geek and Gorgeous C-Glow, and the Skin Medica TNS Serum. that's it. But you know what? Maybe there's a miracle worker for some people. So a lot of people feel strongly one way or another about this ingredient, and I'm pretty much on the other side. I am not overly impressed with it. I'll probably pick up the one from The Ordinary and test it out myself, but so far on the actual trademarked ingredient, I'm not so I'm not hyping it. So, okay, so they say any part of the body showing a deficit in lipids, meaning parts of the body with a loss of subcutaneous fat, sunken in cheeks, hollow eye underneath area, and sometimes sagging. This will help those areas grow more adipose tissue. However, once you stop using the ingredient on those areas, the results typically cease quickly as well. A lot of people notice that, like with red light therapy, you're really good, very committed to using it. You're using it regularly, once a day or 3 times a week, and then you just stop using it all. Most of the benefits gained from it kind of cease as well. It kind of requires you to continue to use it. So the Volufiline is supposed to help increase the volume of fatty acids where it's applied, and it can stimulate lipogenesis, whereas fat cells store more lipids, leading to more plumped or volumizing effect. So it's supposed to be beneficial for cheeks, under eyes, and lips specifically, and it kind of smooths in and helps with that. So I have heard certain cases of people where the adipose tissue underneath becomes too plump and too bouncy, and it ends up looking unhealthy, and apparently in some cases it needs to be looked at by a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon. So people say, I used Volufiline and now my face is too full. What do I do? And sometimes it's not healthy, and it can actually be irritating, and perhaps in the long run making growth of that fatty tissue worse or slower. So I'm not exactly sure how true all these things are. I think sometimes when we're looking for results is when we notice them. It's interesting. So somebody just mentioned this the other day, a very good question about the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Lash and Brow Serum. They started using it, and they started noticing more lashes falling out. And I thought it was really interesting, because sometimes when you're using something, then you notice it more. You know what I mean? So I've been using this lash serum. Now I'm losing a lash. It's normal to lose, what did they say, 5 or 6 lashes a month or so. And so then they start to notice it more. And is it just because you're using this that you're noticing it more? Do you not notice it when you're not using it? So it kind of makes me question, are these results real, or is it just a perception? Or maybe, it's seemed to be popular. I'm not totally sold on this being the it product. So here's just I've got a little bit left of this one. So typically you could use it on its own or mix it in with like a castor oil or something like that. But it's got a very greasy, oily finish. And I think a lot of people that have like acne prone skin, this might not end up being their favorite product, because I think it could make pores worse. I guess you could use it in conjunction with another routine with exfoliants and acne, retinol and things like that to prevent that. But anyway, so I tested it around my mouth specifically. I tested it specifically on one side to compare, and I didn't notice any difference in 2 months at all. No difference. Maybe skin was a little bit more hydrated, which I guess is a good thing, because overall, this is pretty affordable. I think it's like $20. The Ordinary's product is going to be $22 for a half an ounce. I think this product's about a half an ounce. This one's 11 milliliters. So it's a very tiny amount. And you think that's super affordable, but it kind of annoys me that they're packaging it so small. But I guess if you're just using a very small area, I wouldn't smooth it all over your entire face. I guess it'll last, but it's not seemingly as affordable as you would think. The Ordinary started out $6 for their niacinamide serum, and now what is that serum up to, $12 or something? So not quite as affordable as it once was. Personally, I am convinced that somewhere this company is sending out products to people and getting them to post their results positively online, on TikTok, on social media, on Reddit. I am just convinced of that, and them doing so without disclosing it is a FCC violation, but doesn't seem like anybody's really overseen any of that. So, yeah, so I'm not convinced, but I will certainly try it. Just be wary, because any reviews that you see right now, there's no way they have tested this product for 48 months or 4 to 8 weeks, 1 to 2 months. There's no way they have tested that long. And I'm more leery of something not great happening, especially using it around the eye area. It's just, your eyes are very sensitive, and there's a lot of cosmetic products that could be irritating to it. I think some of those lash and brow serums are irritating. Some retinoid product ingredients can be irritating to it. So I think use it with caution. Perhaps apply it with a Q-tip to make sure you don't get in your eye area. But the eyes are very sensitive, especially the tear duct glands, and there's nothing to mess with, because if they start to cease working as well, dry eyes, it can be a lifelong condition. So it's, you know, a lot of skincare products can really irritate that, and some sunscreen ingredients too. So for me, not sold. Definitely will try it cautiously, but anything that claims to be a miracle topical ingredient, I'm very leery of. For me, there's only been a couple ingredients that I found to be miracle-like, and again, those aren't ingredients that work great for everybody. So for me, azelaic acid was a total game changer, and ascorbic acid and epidermal growth factors are all game changers for me, but there's no one product that's going to be a game changer for everybody. And when they promise that, it's a little bit of over-promising, or a lot of over-promising. So in my opinion, it's always better to under-promise and over-deliver, but a lot of brands, typically almost all of them, do the exact opposite. They over-promise and under-deliver, and sometimes deliver not great results. And yeah, so there is no way to increase the plumpness permanently. If it's something you really want, it's probably better to see an esthetician or dermatologist for more long-term results, because nothing topical is going to provide you long-term results. Once you cease using it, typically the results cease as well, except for in a few cases where people said my face looks too full and now I can't do anything about it. That's a whole nother topic, and that's something I've been reading through their patent and their all of their information, and I'll do another video if you guys are curious more in depth, because that is pages long, and I read through the first 3 pages, and I'm like, you know what, this could be a whole nother video just on top of this, so I'll certainly do that. But yeah, anyway, interesting ingredient. There's always something interesting coming out, and always, if you see sudden reviews of one product all over, it's suspicious. Like suddenly Ultraviolet has all these ads everywhere, and all these influencers suddenly praising their products. Yeah, that to me says somebody that probably sold out. And there's not a lot of people talking about the ultraviolet sunscreen scandal, and I'm thinking maybe it's because they're all being paid off, except for me and a handful of other people, maybe. I don't know. Leave your thoughts below on all of this. Yeah, love to hear anything related to any of this. So leave your thoughts below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you more tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.